SLOSMASHN.
Hello everybody, it's your old past SLOSMASHN with another fantastic tale, smashing and bashing in slow motion. And then this tale, oh, more Gen 8 goodies, Axe, yeah.
Gamer vs. Abomination.
I think he scales in well. We don't care about Gamer vs. Figs, Abomination, get him out of the way, because what we care about is underneath the axe, yeah, look at this right here. Okay, so I went with an armor plate. It's not the actual aluminum mount, which I would say if you have the time and want to spend extra money, just go with that aluminum center plate right here. But I went with the cheaper method, which I like after a couple simple tweaks right here. It protects it. I just love how it doesn't jack up my plastic components anymore. You can see it just scuffs right here. This slides like a slippity slide right there. It's easy, except for this part right here. You see how I just kind of bent it up. If you go this route, get one of these cheap things on Amazon or wherever you buy it and just bolt it on, because it does just bolt on. You don't have to take anything out like crazy, like we're replacing a whole skid plate. But anyways, if you get it, this part straight, bend it so it's an angle like that, because that just deflects it, because before it would get hung up and I almost threw it out the door. Now I'm giving it a second chance and it works pretty good like that. What else do we got here? These links right here, these I think these are hot racing links right here. They're metal links. There's so many generic versions right here, but I got these because the old mounts are just so like flimsy and they flex so much. So I heard that these give more stiffness, like links, I guess. And also it would help with that flex, but mostly help with that steering, because that's the one downside about the Axe's steering. Kind of sucks. It just flexes around too much. So I went and put them on all four corners, and let's see, that's the main one right there, where I would think that would help the steering the most, because that part would just flex so much. Because the stock parts suck. And as you can see right here, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not making up. Here's one of the main components I was talking about, the metal part that helped the most with the steering. Well, it did. It helped. Not like a tremendous amount. I'll get to that later. But you can tell this plastic part right here, the metal part doesn't move. Obviously, metal doesn't bend like easy like this. But plastic, look at this. Look at all this give right there. And that just sucks, ladies and gentlemen. So fast forward back to this back in action with this stuff. These links are really stiff and they do help out a lot. Do I think they make a lot like night and day difference for the steering? No, not night and day, but they definitely help a little bit. Like you notice a little bit, it definitely helps. So if you want to do it, I'd say go for it. So again, overall, these aluminum lower link mounts, they do help a little bit, just not a tremendous amount. But we'll flip the turtle back on its shell. And one last thing for the smashing action. One thing, I guess is another con with the Axe. The Axe doesn't really have too many cons other than just being heavy and bulky, but it was like the suspension. You really need to like pay some attention to the suspension, because it was just way too loose right now. Even now, I might even just tune it a little bit more, but I didn't use stiffer springs. I just used 50 weight oil, and that helped a lot, because this thing will just roll over so easy. Now I could even like just smash around, take tight turns, and I'd be going over the same lines over my little crawl course, and it doesn't flip over and it's easy anymore. Definitely sticks more. I mean, it has its limitations because it's a big old heavy body, but that 50 weight oil helped a lot. I think if I wanted to go more, I could put stiffer springs, but I think if I just put 55 weight oil on here, I think that'd be getting the most I could out of this thing for what it is, and it just helped a lot just with the heavier weight. So that's another thing. But let's get to some smashing action. Maybe this guy will be in it right here. Gamer vs. Abomination, yeah. Now. Smash the baby trees. But yeah, you can see right there where like I was like smashing the throttle, no pun intended. This automatically comes to me, ladies and gentlemen. You can see it like move like back with the lighter oil and suspension setup. That thing would just kind of like flip over, tilt over, especially on 3S. Lieutenant Dan. Saved it though, yeah. Again, that little line I was just doing, if I'm using the right word, verbiage, to crawl the word lines is this direction you're crawling out. I don't know, you tell me downstairs in the comments below. But anyway, doing that same thing with the lighter suspension setup, it would flip over like many times over during that little skid if I was doing it over with that lighter suspension setup. But now, the heavier oil helps. And for the steering, well, ladies and gentlemen, you're just gonna have to take my word for it right there, especially in that last part right there. It feels stiffer. It just feels like it has more like strength in turning. It doesn't give or flex. If that makes any sense when you're turning, when it gets stuck in those little grooves and rocks when I was crawling down there. It does help a little bit, but it's not like a night and day difference. Oh, we'll just leave it at that it does actually help. Your choice whether to do it or not. I have nothing to smash in this tail. We got the bag of mortar right there. Mortar, I had to patch it up. It was leaking all over in my truck bed. I sucked hosing it out anyways. That's going to improve that course right there and make it so pieces just don't fall off and stuff. Because I was like a fool thinking I could just dry stack that stuff. But you know how it is. Tires gripping and spitting those things out. You need to anchor them down, make them strong so they don't get smashed apart. Anyways, back to my counterpart. Alright, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed the smashing action with this cool axe, Red Skull axe, yeah. And after you've seen all the other previous tales and it's been with me to the journey with where we at now with the current rendition of this cool Red Skull axe right now, I think it's about where I would want it. There's not much more I want to do, maybe to add in some thicker oil, and that's about it. Maybe stiffer springs or different suspension springs. Suspension spring, I can't think of the whole word right there. Shocks. There we go. I shocked the shocks. Anyways, that's about it. This thing is just awesome now. It's right where I want it. Got all the weight I need up front. And it crawls good and I love it. It's awesome. But y'all let me know what you think about it downstairs on the comments below. Because until next tale, smash your bell, smash your thumb, subscribe if you haven't had to already, because we are fully tuned Gen 8 smashing axe Red Skull smashing out.